Imran Khan injured in an assassination attempt in Pakistan. Americans must oppose political violence and vote intimidation, says Biden. Excessive drinking kills 20% of U.S. adults 20 to 49. 21 new graves found of Tulsa Massacre. CAIR demands U.S. not work with Jewish supremacists, expected to be made Israeli minister. Sharjah Museum showcases rare Quran manuscripts, Islamic calligraphy. From Washington, D.C., this is the Muslim News on Muslim Network TV. Assalamu alaikum, I'm Hena Zuberi. Our top story tonight: Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan sustained bullet injuries in an assassination attempt in the city of Wazirabad today. Khan was leading a protest march to the capital Islamabad to demand snap elections in the country. He's hospitalized in the city of Lahore and is in stable condition. One person was killed and 6 others were also injured in the attack. The alleged gunman was arrested from the scene. He says he targeted the PTI chief because he was misleading the public. PTI leader Asad Omar issued a statement that Imran Khan has asked him to name Shahbaz Sharif, Rana Sanaullah, and Major General Faisal as responsible behind his assassination attempt. Pakistan's Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif condemned the attack and ordered investigations. Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau tweeted that he strongly condemned the violence. So far, there has been no comment from the U.S. President Joe Biden. Americans must unite in opposition to political violence and vote intimidation, President Joe Biden said Wednesday. In a televised speech, he addressed an alarming rise in public figures condoning such acts. He also warned of a rise in Republican extremism ahead of the next week's midterm elections. We have to face this problem. We can't turn away from it, Biden said. We can't pretend it's just going to solve itself. Biden warned that the refusal of some Republican candidates to accept election results is a path to chaos. They're candidates running for office at every level in America who won't commit to accepting the results of the election they're in. This week, Wisconsin Republican gubernatorial candidate Tim Michels said that if he is elected, the state's resident would live under permanent GOP control. Republicans will never lose another election in Wisconsin after I'm elected governor, he said. Michels made the remark at a campaign rally on Monday. The construction executive is an advocate of former President Donald Trump's lie that the 2020 presidential election was stolen. Sharing an audio clip of Michels' comments, Democratic Party group American Bridge 21st Century tweeted, "Democracy is on the line in Wisconsin. Michels must be stopped." The Intercept reports that Adapa Prasad, the national president of the group Overseas Friends of the Bharatiya Janata Party, attended a fundraiser for Maryland's Democratic gubernatorial candidate Wes Moore. Overseas Friends of the BJP is the U.S. outreach wing of the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Hindu Nationalist Party. The fundraiser was also organized in part by Dr. Sudhir Saksaria, a local allergist who referred to himself at the event as one of the campaign's finance chairs. Saksaria has been linked to the Overseas Friends of BJP, which was required in 2020 to register in the United States as a foreign agent. A spokesperson for Moore and his running mate Aruna Miller's campaign did not say how much money it raised from last month's event. The Intercept said that the fundraiser appeared to be the latest instance of Hindutva ideology creeping into American politics. Miller has praised Modi as a rock star in the past. A new study reveals that excessive alcohol consumption accounts for 20.3% of deaths amongst adults aged 20 to 49 years old in the U.S. It found that alcohol consumption is a leading preventable cause of death in the U.S. Death rates from fully alcohol attributable causes, such as alcoholic liver disease, have increased in the past decade. The study was published Tuesday in JAMA Network Open. Residents of Flint, Michigan, and advocacy groups said Wednesday that they are returning to court for the 5th time in nearly 6 years. This is to ensure the city removes lead pipes. These contributed to the community's devastating water crisis that began in 2014. The city failed to meet a court-ordered deadline of September 30th for excavating and replacing all the lead service lines. The majority of the city's residents are Black and about 40% live in poverty. To save money, city officials decided in 2013 to temporarily pump drinking water from the Flint River, failing to treat the water. Nearly 9,000 children were supplied lead-contaminated water for 18 months. By the end of 2021, lead pipes getting to roughly 400 Flint homes still needed to be excavated. Officials also still need to complete outreach to 1,400 households. Former U.S. Labor Secretary Robert Reich said interest rate hikes aren't working. He explained that this was because inflation is being driven by corporations using it as a cover to price gouge people. Reich made the remarks as the U.S. Federal Reserve raised interest rates on Wednesday. It is the 4th consecutive 0.75% increase and the 6th hike of the year. Progressives have stressed that federal policy boosts the likelihood of a global recession. It also disproportionately harms low-income workers and other marginalized people. Nonprofit Accountable.us spokesperson Liz Zelnick noted in a statement that throughout the pandemic, the Fed should have been acting as stewards of the fragile economic recovery, but instead have prioritized demands from big banks, hedge funds, and other Wall Street special interests at the great expense of average working-class families. 21 new graves found at the site of the Tulsa Massacre. Details after the break. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back after these messages.
A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
We are Justice for All. Headquartered in the heart of downtown Chicago, Justice for All is a global humanitarian initiative dedicated to raising awareness for human rights concerns impacting vulnerable minority groups. Our diverse team of staff and volunteers, led by Imam Malik Mujahid, work tirelessly to help Justice for All achieve their goals. We promote policies that protect religious freedom, address the root causes of mass displacement, and recognize the plight of refugees and forced migrants. Together, we can continue to stand up for justice. Justice for all.
Welcome back. Officials in Oklahoma discovered 21 new graves believed to contain the remains of Black victims from the 1921 Tulsa Massacre. The coffins were discovered at Oaklawn Cemetery in Tulsa. Officials are currently examining the bodies to see if they match reports from 1921 that male victims were buried in plain caskets. The Tulsa Race Massacre was one of the worst tragedies of U.S. history, in which a violent white mob targeted and murdered Black people. Historians have placed death toll between 75 and 300 people. More than 1,000 homes were burned and hundreds looted in once what was known as the thriving business district Black Wall Street, which was destroyed in the violence. The Council on American Islamic Relations is urging the Biden administration to condemn and refuse to work with Israel's incoming racist, far-right ministers. Israel's extreme right parties saw unprecedented success in the country's legislative elections on Tuesday. The Jewish supremacist religious Zionism party is set to win 14 seats. But the Biden administration is unlikely to engage with Jewish supremacist politician Itamar Ben-Gvir. Ben-Gvir was convicted in 2007 of supporting a terror organization and inciting racism. He said he wants to be Israel's Minister of Internal Security. That would make him in charge of the Israeli police and Jerusalem's holy sites, including Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. Jewish settlers over the last year have broken into the compound as Israeli police have expelled Palestinian worshippers. Settlers have also been randomly occupying Palestinian homes in the neighborhood of Al-Aqsa Mosque. On Tuesday, Algeria's president called for Arab unity to face escalating tensions and crises, with a special emphasis on the Palestinian cause. Abdelmajid Tebboune was speaking at the opening of the Arab League summit since a string of normalization deals with Israel divided the region. Tebboune told the meeting's inaugural session that our central and primary cause remains the Palestinian cause. Several members of the 22-member bloc have normalized ties with Israel. However, Algiers remains a steadfast supporter of Palestinians, even mediating a reconciliation between rival factions in October. At the two-day summit, Algeria's largest Islamic party, the Movement of Society for Peace, also called for Arab leaders to integrate and collaborate with other Muslim-majority countries. In specific, it mentioned Turkey and Iran and emphasized that Arab nations should cooperate, not compete with them. In a final communique issued at the end of the summit, Arab leaders emphasized the centrality of the Palestinian cause. They also stressed their absolute support for the inalienable rights of the Palestinian people. The African Union says Ethiopia's government and Tigrayan forces have formally agreed to end fighting after talks in South Africa. Parties in the conflict in Ethiopia's northern region of Tigray have agreed on a permanent cessation of hostilities, the African Union mediator said. In the first briefing of peace talks, former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo said on Wednesday that Ethiopia and Tigrayan authorities have agreed on orderly, smooth, and coordinated disarmament. They have also agreed to the restoration of law and order, restoration of services, and unhindered access to humanitarian supplies. The agreement marked a new dawn for Ethiopia, he said, talking at a news conference. The war between the two parties broke out in November 2020. It has pitted regional forces from Tigray against Ethiopia's federal army and its allies, which include forces from other regions and from neighboring Eritrea. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed hailed Wednesday's breakthrough deal and said it would be implemented. The Sharjah Museum Authority is showcasing a number of rare Quran manuscripts and Islamic calligraphy at the Sharjah Museum of Islamic Civilization. The exhibition will be open until March 19th next year. It features a selection of more than 50 rare examples of Quranic manuscripts. Exhibits include a folio from one of the oldest and largest surviving Quran manuscripts from the Tashkent Quran, which date back to the 8th century. Other Quranic manuscripts featured date back to the era between 8th and 10th century. Coming up next after the break is our in-depth analysis segment. So stay tuned and we'll be right back after these messages.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Assalamu alaikum!
I love Adam's World because it makes me learn in a fun way. That Adam has a green face and orange hair. I like this song. I like how Adam sings. I like Adam's World because it makes me happy. What? No. 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 And here's Adam and here's Anissa. Adam is and his sister. Adam is a boy and he is very smart.
Download the new Adam's World app at adamsworldapp.com and let's help tomorrow's Muslims today.
We are Justice for All. Headquartered in the heart of downtown Chicago, Justice for All is a global humanitarian initiative dedicated to raising awareness for human rights concerns impacting vulnerable minority groups. Our diverse team of staff and volunteers, led by Imam Malik Mujahid, work tirelessly to help Justice for All achieve their goals. We promote policies that protect religious freedom, address the root causes of mass displacement, and recognize the plight of refugees and forced migrants. Together, we can continue to stand up for justice. Justice for all.
To stop this genocide, we need your help.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at our in-depth analysis segment.
Thank you, Hena. Today, there was an assassination attempt on Imran Khan, the popular former Prime Minister of Pakistan. One person was killed and 7 others, including Imran Khan, were injured. We have with us from Pakistan, Nasim Siddiqui. Welcome to Muslim Network TV. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Nasim Siddiqui is Senior Journalist, Bureau Chief of Suno TV, Lahore. Could you please share with us what's the update about this assassination attempt?
Thank you very much. As you know that Mr. Imran Khan, the ex-premier of Pakistan, he called a long march from Lahore to Islamabad, and he is demanding for the early elections as he was ousted as he says, that it was a conspiracy against him with a no confidence vote in National Assembly. So he's demanding for an early election. And the march started from Lahore. And in 4 days, they have reached Gujranwala. Today, they started their march from Gujranwala around 12 in the at noon. And when they reached somewhere near Wazirabad, someone shot fires from the crowd, and somebody was away from the container as well, and he fired as well. So as per the knowledge I have got at the moment from my sources, from two sides, Imran Khan Karwa was hit by shots fired from a gun. So Imran Khan got 2 shots in his both of legs, and he was injured, and then he was taken to Shaukat Khan Memorial Hospital, which has been built by Imran Khan in the memory of his late mother. So he is there, he has been treated, and he is feeling well. The bullets just pushed his leg, and it was not inside the legs. So he's not that much injured, but yes, it was a big assassination attempt, and many people, the people who love Imran Khan, they came out of their homes and they protested a lot in many cities of Pakistan, and still at the moment they are protesting, they're burning tires, and they're chanting slogans against the present government, and chanting slogans in love with Imran Khan. So that's the latest at the moment, what I have. Thank you.
So you're saying there was not one person who has been detained, but their bullets were fired from 2 directions.
Yeah.
Whose information is that? Is that what police is saying?
No, so some of my colleagues, the journalists, they were traveling with the Karwa of Mr. Imran Khan, and they were behind the container. The driver of one of the journalists, he saw somebody firing from a plaza as well, which was situated nearby on the roadside. So it's the eyewitness saying that the firing was from 2 or 3 sides, and the police is searching for the another person as well, the second person who fired shots on Imran Khan container.
Now, this march is called Azadi March, Azadi meaning freedom. So what is the narration here from Imran Khan? Why it is being called Azadi March while he's just calling for elections?
Actually, he was saying that we got the freedom from the English Empire in 1947, but still we are the slaves of establishment and some international establishment. So he wants actual freedom from the establishment as well. So that would lead Pakistan for the growth of Pakistan, for the betterment of Pakistan, for the betterment of the people of Pakistan. So he was saying that we are no more slaves. We are no more slaves. We want actual freedom, that we get rid of the international establishment as well. That's why he's saying it, Freedom March.
Now in England, United Kingdom, there has been 3 prime ministers who have changed in the last 6 months. In Israel, there have been multiple elections in the last couple of months, and change of prime minister, a couple of years, that is. So why Imran Khan does not want to wait until the elections are due?
Because as you know, the PDM, the 13-party alliance, when they were sitting in the National Assembly of Pakistan after 2018 elections, they every day when they come to the assembly, and they used to say that it was a rigged election in 2018. It was a rigged election in 2018, and Imran Khan is a selected prime minister. The now foreign minister of Pakistan, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, he used to say in assembly that it was a rigged election and the prime minister is a selected election. We must go into new elections. Then the no confidence wave came and Imran Khan was ousted from premiership. Then he said that when you were saying, he was saying that this is a conspiracy against me of international establishment. Then he started saying that if you were saying that this assembly came into existence with rigged elections, so let's go for the elections because I've got the popularity, I've got more seats in National Assembly. So if you want to compete, come and compete in the election. So that's why he's asking for an early election, because he says that he is the most popular leader of Pakistan, and I don't have any doubt that he is not the popular leader. He is at the moment the populist leader of Pakistan, because he won the Zamni elections, the by-elections in Punjab, and then he won by-election in National Assembly as well.
So when are elections due otherwise, if they are not snap elections?
Elections are due next year in September, October. So we can, as you have given the examples of Britain and Israel and other countries as well. So in most of the countries, you have early elections, you have midterm elections. So when there is a chaos in Pakistan, there is inflation, the people are disturbed with inflation at the moment. So if, and the present government is not performing well in economic sector, because whole of the world, they don't know for how long this government will stay. So there is some uncertainty and there is instability in the country as well. So if we can go for a midterm elections or a early elections, I don't think that there is a problem in that one.
It is reported in some of the Pakistani media that not more than 5,000 people walked with him when he was leaving Lahore towards the march. So do you really believe that he has popular support?
If they say that, this is the narration of government, if they say that he has got 5,000 people with him, then why they have put 5,000 containers around Islamabad? They have borrowed 6,000 police from Sindh police, and they are making a fort of Islamabad. If they cannot handle 5,000 people, I don't understand. And it's not about 1,000 people. Millions of people are following him, and you can see the long march. It's just it's long. It's very long march. And there are too many people following him. And when he will be staying in Pindi, then all of the cities, the processions will be coming from all of the cities from Pakistan, and it would be a great show.
Nasim Siddiqui Saab, do you think Pakistan at this moment is weakest and most isolated in the world because of the internal chaos?
No, it's not like that. Most of the countries, as compared to Pakistan, they are weaker, they are isolated. This is the democracy. These all are democratic things. We are doing everyday business as well, and politics as well. So there is no isolation. Pakistan is a nuclear country. It's a strong country. We have got a very strong army. We have got a very strong setup. So this is part of the game, part of the democracy.
Well, thank you so much, Nasim Siddiqui Saab, for your time.
Thank you very much. Welcome.
Back to you, Hena.
Thank you so much. That's all from our Washington studios tonight. We'd like to invite you to our Maryland premiere at the University of Maryland's campus at the Alumni Center on November 11th at 7 p.m. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can find previous episodes and more on our YouTube and Facebook. And for more content, you can keep watching us on Muslim Network TV or watch us on muslimnetwork.tv. Assalamu alaikum and good night.